and just started building stone cabins and shit. And it's just so great. You can be like, okay, let's start a homeschool curriculum. My family now supplies milk to 5 families. You know, I have cows and goats and chickens and alpaca, and, you know, my wife's spinning wool. My kids, it's like 5, 3, and 1. My 5-year-old is like, you know, more consciously aware of how the world works than I was at 35. You know, and I'm getting very hopeful about the future because, like, I think there's going to be a lot of death. And I think there's going to be some major shifts in institutions. For those who have the families and have the skills and have the work ethic to see through these storms, I think the future is insanely bright. One thing I've learned from living a very natural homestead life for a while now is there's no scarcity. Like, one tomato can make 100 tomato plants. It's like bang, 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 bang. Like, one of the biggest conspiracy lies in the whole world is that there's scarcity of anything. Allegedly, I drink water out of like natural streams, and there's so much water everywhere. You can filter pond scum with biochar. We're making we're literally making castles out of sand. It's hysterical. You can do geopolymers and make your own limestone. It's like the amount of energy that's all around us all the time, and food and resources and human skill level is so mind-blowing. And I'm like, how do you think that meth head's tree fort went to the moon? And everybody's like, oh, we went to the moon, how dare you? I'm like, oh man, we gotta rebuild. And so we are, and it's fun. It would be the best place to study Earth. There's no atmosphere. You can study the stars all day long. You can study how gravity affects we have bases on Antarctica and the North Pole and Greenland and everywhere, but for some reason, we have none on the moon. And so the good news is, no matter what it appears, quote unquote, they are doing, it really comes down to our choices in life. If you can't afford to get a cow or a goat, or you don't have the time to do it or do the fence, there is going to be people in your local vicinity that will. And I recommend like supporting them now and buying stuff from them now, even if it's a little more expensive, because I believe the grocery store supply chains are on their last leg. And so to get in now with these local supply chains, not only survive this quote unquote apocalypse, you'll thrive. And so I'm now looking at my kids in a time where I thought that, you know, the air is full of poison and the world's gone mad. And I'm like, man, they're having a better childhood than I had. You know, like I was hiding under desks because of nuclear bombs and AIDS. And, you know, back then it's like you ride around in a car, you know, and like your neighbor would be taking you somewhere and he's just chain smoking in a closed car with little kids and no one cared. Like nobody cared.
That's how you homogenized people back in the day.
Exactly. Yeah, and it's all choice.